Hello and welcome once again to the Headaches and Hot Takes podcast. I'm your host, Chaperian, alongside my co-host, Hern, a.k.a. the man from the 100-acre wood, a.k.a. the guy who's definitely dancing like Jason Sudeikis, in parentheses, red tracksuit.
Red tracksuit.
a.k.a. the keeper of the sacred words, Ni, Peng, and Niwam.
Yes, sir.
The Herniator.
Yes.
What's going on, dude?
So, judging by my previous conversations, do you understand the quote, keeper of the sacred words,
Not even a little
Peng,
bit.
and Niwam?
I've been meaning to ask you this for quite literally like 4 years.
It's funny because I wanted to ask you about your Twitter bio as well, which has changed over the years. Obviously mine has too.
It's been a bunch. Mm-hmm.
So mine, Monty Python.
Is it?
The
Okay.
Knights who say Ni. Have you heard of that at all? Does that ring a
I
bell?
don't think so. Like, is it just from Holy Grail?
Yes.
I don't think
I've
seen
almost
all of
only
Holy Grail.
seen Holy Grail.
Okay.
Holy Grail's good.
I've liked
but
what
the
I've
Knights
seen
who
of it.
say
The
Ni.
humor's really good.
Right, it is so stupid. It is so stupid. But the Knights who say Ni, that's what they say. But they are the keepers of the sacred words, Ni, Peng, and Niwam.
No, I don't know this. No, I don't.
I love it.
I thought
What
for some
yours?
reason you were playing like Jackbox games.
Yeah, I love Jackbox games.
I was thinking maybe like my brain immediately was like, I think he was maybe playing a Jackbox game and they had to come up with new words and they're like, those are my words. And he's just like, these are my words, the sacred words. I don't know. I literally thought like maybe there was a whole
I think a guess.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Love Jackbox games.
yeah. But
What's yours?
where's my Twitter bio from?
I know.
Is it Kind Raccoon right now?
It says, "Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name."
It's from Mario Bros. 3. So if you beat, it's an Easter egg. If you beat an airship, like clear a
Tanuki?
world with the Tanuki suit, not the Leaf, the full Tanuki suit,
The
which
one
is
where
one of the
you go
rare
statue.
power suits. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The king, when you come back down, it's like and the staff goes, it bounces, land in his hands. He goes, "Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name." I just always really liked it. And then there's another one for if you're a frog that I did one time because beating an airship in a frog suit is terrible.
That's probably fun. Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. Let me see.
Is that thank you, kind frog?
I don't know. It's like completely different.
It's either that or like a bunch of rivets. I hope. Let's see.
World 3 airship. Oh, that's right. He asks you if you were cursed as well because they were cursed and turned into animals. Mm-hmm. That's like the whole thing, right? They're like, were you cursed as well?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, he says, "Oh me, oh my, you've been transformed. Shall I change you back with this bond?" So, pretty cool Easter egg, huh? If you beat it specifically with the frog suit.
That's cool.
And if you beat it with Tanuki suit is probably my all-time favorite power-up. Like, in general, I absolutely adore the Tanuki suit.
It's cool.
So, quick question for you. I got just a hypothetical, total hypothetical, okay? I'm sure you've never encountered this situation in your real life, but just pretend like you have, okay?
Okay, I'll try my best.
Being a sarcastic jerk right now, if you can't tell, because this is something all of us do every
As
day.
always.
Right. So, if you're mentally capable of putting yourself in these shoes, do your best, okay? Try to follow along with this complex situation. You're in your car driving, all right?
I'm in my car.
You are merging
I'm merged.
on an entrance ramp on the interstate. So you're coming up the entrance ramp. You're not on the interstate. The interstate's passing you by, okay?
I am on the acceleration lane.
You are in the far right merging. That lane is going to end, okay?
Yes.
Do you A, drive in that lane until it quite literally no longer exists, and you are by default then in the left lane? Or do you get to the left out of the lane that's ending as soon as you're capable?
I'm trying to really put myself in that situation.
Yeah, if you're mentally capable, I'm not sure. I know it's a tough.
This is tough. This is tough to do. Yeah. I definitely would try to merge as quickly as possible.
Right. Guess
If
what?
it's open.
No one in Cincinnati does ever.
They just stay in it.
They ride the lane till it ends. Hope there's not a car there to my left when this lane ends, because I'm riding this till it ends, bro.
Yeah, dude.
All the time. What if
Kno-
there's a car
Knoxville-
there when that lane's over?
In Knoxville, that would happen, but you would have to do that because a person,
Nobody
I
let you
tweeted this
in?
one time, a person in Knoxville would rather watch you die than watch you merge onto the interstate. we've lived in a few different cities at this point. Knoxville, by far, the craziest drivers, dude. They were insane.
There's this one.
So I can imagine. I believe exactly what you're saying.
It's so terrible, dude. And the driving here is so bad on this specific side of Cincinnati that we live in as well. Like, we dread it daily. So, y'all pray for us out there. Y'all pray for us.
I think it's definitely like just over like a big city thing. Like, I think anytime you're near like a big city,
I never noticed it in Chicago. That's really the only big city I've been to though.
Yeah, did you live there?
No, I've only been there 3 times.
Right. I think
I've driven
like
every time. I like driving in Chicago more than
because we were driving to Miami. Okay. We were vacationing in West Palm Beach. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Love Florida. I love the Florida. We drove down to Miami just because we wanted to. And we're driving back, and it was one of those situations where, like, as one lane was merging onto the interstate, 30 feet later, there was an exit that I had to get. Oh. So it's that fun game of, like, trying to not crash into the person getting on, but also not trying to cause a crash getting off. I love those.
There's one of those coming into Cincinnati from Kentucky as well. Yeah.
Nice.
You take exit 6, coming over one of the bridges, coming back from, like, I think it would be Newport. Yeah, it's an entrance ramp. Like, that's the exit lane too. So you got to get it. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. It's nice whenever, because there are people taking the entrance that also need the exit.
Right. Yeah, you
just the sucky part. But we've been here for like a year and a half at this point. It is consistent enough to where I can definitively say everyone here does it. Okay, the one person I said, no, not me. Not okay. Bear with me here. Everyone here does it. They will ride that lane till it ends. Hope there's no car there when it ends, because this is where I'll be. Get over when you can. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But or they're just hoping like they'll let me over. Okay, well, if they have your attitude, they won't. Like
those drivers are so fun to make mad though, because it's so easy. It's so easy to make them mad.
I mean,
so my story from Florida, I let one car. I need to exit very soon. I need to exit. 2 cars are trying to merge on at the same time.
You let one.
I let the one in front of me go. I coast back just a hair. I literally like wave him on or whatever. Well, here comes the second car, just thinking I'm going to let him in front of me too. I'm like, no, like, you can brake and go behind me. I'm letting one go. If you want, then brake a little bit. Would not do it. So he's like beside me, and I'm like trying to get over, and he's trying to get over. I'm like, let me off the interstate. Like, you can brake and go behind me. I need this turn though. And It's from one of our favorite TV shows, The Fourth Finger. That's what me and my wife give each other all the time. We don't flip each other off, but we'll give each other the fourth finger.
It's the same thing.
It's so stupid, but it's so stupid. So my wife flipped him the fourth finger, which you can't tell the difference. It's so funny. No. I flipped him the fourth finger, dude. They immediately slammed on their brakes, and I guess this whole thing either happened really quick, or maybe the thing was this is in Florida.
You don't know. You might be about to be shot. So
right. They slam on their brakes, and they end up, like, zooming around the other side, like, on my driver's side. And this is all, like, right before I get off. It's all happening very quick.
Yeah.
And they're getting to the left, and there's a man in the passenger window, hardcore flipping us off, screaming F you to the top of his lungs. You can tell. He's like shaking his head around, dude. I lost it. I was just laughing in his face as I got off the interstate. Great. Which, again, you know made him so mad.
Yeah.
It made him so mad that as he flips me off, I'm cracking up laughing.
I've got one more stupid traffic habit. It's very popular in Cincinnati that really irks me. So, like, say you're in a 2-lane, something like that, right? It's a 2-lane, and right lane ends, left lane is where everybody has to merge. Okay. And there's 3 cars that need over from the right. You're in the front, and there's 2 cars behind you that also need over, okay? But the left lane is full, so it's like, you're getting passed, right? You all have your left turn signals on, okay? And finally, here comes a gap. Car in the back gets it first. I'm like, give me a break, dude.
Right.
But technically speaking, they had the first access to the gap. Like, the gap passed them before it passed you. I'm in the front. What are we doing here? So, like, you'll sit there, like, waiting, like, oh, maybe I'll get over here. Maybe. Hope so. Maybe. And the car's behind you. And, like, more cars keep piling up behind you, and they keep getting over first, I freaking hate it, dude. One time recently, this was in Cincinnati. One time recently, I mean, I literally had to sit still for, like, over a minute. No one would let me over. Mm-hmm. Like, I never had a shot to get over, and cars kept coming in behind me, and immediately, here comes the spot. Car behind me. There he is. Like, oh, my God. Like, come on.
Do you ever start to freak out, like, if you are somebody's behind you, you're like, oh, they're getting mad because I can't go, but I can't go. But I can't. People are getting mad.
That's that self-awareness.
They're gonna shoot me because I can't go.
I found something out on TikTok. I'm a big worrier. We've discussed before that I got something wrong.
You are.
I don't know what it is.
You can't shut up about how much you worry. Yeah.
I worry about pretty much everything. It's great, dude. Life is so fun.
It's fantastic.
When you're constantly worrying about
The
existential
heat
dread.
death of the universe.
So I have this really bad habit. I can't control it. It's an irrational fear of mine. That, like, every time a car's passing me by, especially if it's in like a rough neighborhood too, I'm like, they're gonna shoot me. They're just gonna shoot me. Like, they're just passing.
Like, getting down every time a car passes you.
They're gonna shoot me. Yes. I've trained my wife on what to do if someone pulls up to the car with a gun. If she's in the passenger seat, I'm like, someone pulls up with a gun. What do you do? Every now and then, I'll just ask her.
What is the training?
You drop your freaking seat back all the way flat, so you're completely flat.
That's where those electric seats suck. You know, an electric seat.
I've never even thought about that. I've never even thought about that. Dude, we have one of those now. It's our first time ever.
Right.
Oh no!
So you gotta change your training. You gotta change it.
Change the training. Yeah.
Tell her to go forward.
Yeah. Now you go forward.
She can throw herself forward. Yeah. As long as she doesn't go so fast that she grips the seatbelt and makes the seatbelt catch her.
Oh, yeah, right.
She's sitting there struggling.
You're sitting still now because you're getting lit up.
No, I'm just imagining the situation, obviously all hypothetical, where like that happens and she's trying to put the seat back and it's just, and she does get shot. She's like, I did what you told me to do. I still got shot.
It's your fault. It's your fault. Someone had a gun and shot me.
Oh my gosh.
I did see this one TikTok where someone was like, I figured out today that not everyone thinks every car that passes them by is going to shoot them. And I was like, oh man.
So do you ever look, if you're at a red light, do you ever look at the drivers? Like,
very rarely, because I hate it. And here's the weird part. Something weird that I will say. I feel like almost every time I look, they're also looking at me.
Right.
And I don't usually look. So I'm like, are they always looking? Because I don't usually look. Every now and then I look, and sure enough, they're dead eye. I'm like, oh my God, how long have you been looking over here?
Like, you got a problem? Like, is it? I think that's the thing. Is that nowadays you can't trust nobody. Everybody's fuse is so short.
You really cannot trust anybody.
Sincerely, us doing the fourth finger flip off to those people, you could have shot us in the face.
Absolutely.
Like, sincerely.
Dumber,
like, and it's
smaller things have happened.
Right. And it's so stupid.
My boss told me today at work that she saw someone. She was in Nashville for the weekend, so it kind of adds up to what you were saying. She's like, people are driving crazy. She literally said that. Mm-hmm. She said somebody threw a water bottle in another car. I was like, he signed up to get shot potentially. Well, he didn't know. Yeah. You don't know.
Sincerely.
People have gotten shot for smaller things on the road lately.
Yep.
One guy was shooting through his own windshield too. I was like, what an idiot.
Dude, we got shot at. Did I tell you this? My back glass of my truck. I'll summarize with this before I go into the story. I'm 98% sure we were shot at. I'm 100% sure it must have been an accident. We were sitting off the interstate. This was
in Texas.
My wife was pregnant. So probably last October, let's say. We're sitting off the interstate. We just got off the interstate. We're waiting to turn we're going to go shopping. And all of a sudden, like, just the biggest pop you've ever heard in your life.
In your back windshield.
My back glass is like, it's not shattered. It is a perfect circle, about yay big.
You never found a bullet
through my back glass. At first, obviously, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the crap just happened? And in my mind, I'm like, assuming that was a bullet, I'm not going to get out right here and see what's going on.
You stopped?
Yeah, we were sitting at a red light. We had been sitting still for probably 2 minutes. We were at a long red light off of an interstate.
Okay.
We've been sitting, and nobody around us was moving either. But it was directly behind us. So I was like, oh my gosh. But then, like, seconds after it happens, we start moving. So I was like, I'm moving. I'm not sitting here. So I moved. I went through the light and I pulled off. I get out and I start looking, and with every bump of the car, the cracks like expanding.
Yeah.
That perfect circle is no more.
Glass.
So I was like, crap. So I pull over and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think we got shot at, because I worked in a glass factory for 3 years. I worked with tempered glass literally every day, and I know a decent amount about guns. So I know that when tempered glass pops, it is loud as crap and it is scary. But I also know what a gunshot sounds like. Yeah. So I was like, that was a shot.
You think it was an accident?
Sincerely, I guess it had to have been, because this is my take on it, right? I was like, if somebody were trying to hurt someone, first off, you're not going to fire one shot. Right. But then I'm like, how was it an accident? Because Are you shooting through your windshield? In which case your windshield should be gone, or your windshield probably would have stopped it. Windshields are laminated; they're really thick. Are you leaning out your window playing with a gun? There was a gas station right next to us. Was there somebody at the gas station just like looking at their gun? But then they would have had to been at such an angle. But sincerely, had this bullet, I'm assuming, been 4 inches to the right, it would have been through the back of my wife's head. It was right at head level, right down the middle of the truck. But then I was like, it's not in the front. It didn't come through the glass and hit my windshield or whatever. There was nothing in the front. I'm looking for a rock.
That's what's weird.
Right.
You should have found a bullet. You should have found a bullet if it came through.
We called the cops. The cops come and they're like looking through the vehicle. The cop is kind of like nonchalant about it. I don't think she's really taking it seriously. By the time she gets there, the hole was like this big. It's not I had a picture of it from when it was a perfect circle. I was like, this is the size of a bullet. Like, whatever. Yeah. She's just throwing stuff out of my back, just out of the back seat, just like looking for anything. Yeah. It could have gone anywhere. The bullet's that big.
Yeah, if she wasn't being smart about it,
was not being very cautious. Easily. Right. Was not being very cautious. Whatever. Long story short, she leaves without us finding anything. No rock, no bullet, no nothing. Dude. She's like, we'll take a police report and we'll look into it. She's like, we'll check the cameras from the gas station. Maybe they got something, like whatever. Of course not. We never got a call. Yeah. We get home that evening and I'm going back through everything that she took out. I don't know why, I just had it in the back of the truck. I had a foam boogie board in the back seat of the truck. Perfect bullet-sized hole in the boogie board. The bullet's not there, though. So
was that a downwards? Were you around, like, tall buildings?
No. So the only thing I can think is that maybe, because the boogie board was, like, standing up. But period, it was lower than the entry point. So maybe the glass deflected the bullet so much that it kind of, like, brought it downwards.
Possible, yeah.
And it went directly into that boogie board. It didn't go through the boogie board. The hole wasn't through, but it also wasn't in there. So I was like, stupid cop was just slinging crap around.
Boogie boards are about this thick, I'd say, right? If that was a longer bullet, it wouldn't have been that long of a bullet, more than likely. Right. It would have been from a pistol.
Right. It was probably, if I had to guess, it looked like a 9mm. That's what it would look like. Never found the bullet. I went back that day, as I said, I found out whenever I got home. I went back to that parking lot and looked around for the bullet, see if it was anywhere. I could not find anything. So, long story short, we just assumed we were shot at. I know what a gun sounds like. It makes no sense. I don't think it was a rock. I think we would much more likely to find a rock than a tinier bullet, whatever. I don't think a rock would have made that perfect hole.
Unless it was like really shot at, but you were stopped. If somebody was flying at the interstate, yeah, that could definitely do that to your back windshield. But
I don't know. I don't know. So that was fun. And sincerely, had it not, which I guess it deflected downwards. It definitely deflected downwards, whatever it was, because we never saw it in the front. So, period, I guess my wife would have been okay, thank God. But if it were 4 inches to the right, that was fun. That was a fun time.
Hopefully, I often wonder, I'm like, what would this headrest do? Anything? Would it give any resistance at all?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Some of them are pretty thick.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've seen some that are like, and there's some that are like straight fabric and foam. I'm like, oh.
Right. But of course, I had to pay for the back glass to get replaced because insurance sucks.
Yeah. Someone stole my car and I was at $1,000 a couple months ago.
Thanks, insurance.
Yeah, someone stole my car and I'm out $1,000.
You really should have been more responsible. What are you doing letting people steal your car?
I'm going to charge you more for insurance now. I bought my car and 3 weeks later, there comes out a national recall. Like, there's a massive theft liability with this car. I'm like, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
I'll just return it.
Yeah. Couldn't at that point.
Well, there you go.
And it lost 3/4 of its value. So, because
I can't believe I haven't told you that story yet about us getting shot, but it kind of naturally went with that progression. So that was funny. Yeah, it was good.
Was that the story you were gonna tell?
No.
What were you gonna tell before we get into my hot take of the week?
So my short story that I randomly thought of was, I just think you find this funny. This was back in undergrad before I dropped out. What?
That is so funny, dude. That's a great story.
I hate you. This is back in undergrad before I dropped out. I dropped out of undergrad the first time. Spoiler alert. I was in computer engineering classes, and I was in a computer engineering course. Day one of the class, introductory. You think the guy's talking whatever? We're talking about transistors. Dude, the class has 120 people in it. And the teacher says, "How many transistors do you think are in your cell phone?" And one dude front row.
Don't do the accent.
It makes it funnier. I promise it makes it funnier.
You can't do the accent, bro. What are we doing?
I just did. I just did exactly what he sounded like.
Okay.
You weren't there.
Okay. No, I wasn't there.
Man in the front row shoots his hand up. 1, Dude says 1 with a question mark. No, billions.
Billion?
Dude
Is it actually
could
billions?
not have been more off. Apparently, it's billions. You could not be farther off. I would have left. I would have left the class that exact second. You know, he never volunteered to answer a question ever again.
Never again, dude. I promise
just-
that
it
I'm
was so
sitting in
quick.
the back of the class for the rest of the semester. I swear on my life.
It was so quick. How many transistors are
One?
on your phone?
No,
1?
billions.
No, billions. I just randomly thought of
Well,
that.
for what it's worth, my answer was 2. So like,
It's like
hey,
anytime.
hey, closer than that guy.
You're closer. Yeah,
Closer
yeah.
than that guy. Let's go. That's a
You will
dub.
randomly hear anytime me and my brother are talking about numbers, anything involving numbers. No, billions.
This is it. WVU.
I was at the V.
Nice. Yeah, poor guy. That's a great story.
you go.
That was a short story too, like you said.
It
Like, by the way, I
was
was telling you the
short.
story. It's like 10 seconds long. Love it, dude. That's great.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
Let's get into my favorite part of the week.
no. Let's get into your favorite part of the week.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. You lead us.
No, it's your favorite part of the week. I don't want to do it.
My favorite part of the week is. You're on crack. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm just in a mood.
Dude, there was one, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was after you do the what the, I think.
What
you
the?
Can, like, hear, I focused on you because you freak out. It's like,
Yeah, I
I don't
did.
know what it
I
was.
did.
It is funny. I'm not saying it wasn't funny, but like you hear you
Yeah.
like stomping on the ground and stuff. It was so funny. Your reaction's so big for that. I loved it.
But anyways, what's your favorite part of the week, Hern?
My favorite part of the week is where one of us gets to wave. One of us gets to wave for a minute. You said...
Dude, it's only gonna get worse if you're gonna throw me softballs like this. What if it gets to rant? Wait.
I love it. Last week you said you were trying to say. I said, where can they find us? You said they can find us at Twitter. You went,
I said at Twitter. That's
the way
us.
you said, you went. That's us. It was perfect. The tone was perfect. That's us.
Our cover's
favorite part of the
blown.
week.
That's us. That's Twitter.
My favorite part of the week is where one of us gets to rant, rage, or just talk about a headache or a hot take, and wave maybe in the process. So, buddy, it is your week. I'm so excited to hear what you've got
turn to
for
wave,
us. So,
pal.
go ahead and wave at us.
Got a quick and easy one for you, okay? There is no circumstance on the planet, as someone who does not even really like fries, I will regularly get every entree over fries. Every other side dish over fries, and I will regularly get 2 entrees instead of an entree and fries. There's no circumstance ever in which I want sweet potato fries over regular fries ever. I like sweet potatoes. This goes into the subject today. We're talking about Thanksgiving dishes. Probably should have mentioned that at some point. I don't know. We're here and they have no idea. Then if
It'll be in the title.
Yeah, it'll be in the title. You know. Don't act like you don't know. You freaking know. Don't act like
It's
you
our
don't.
podcast. We can say whatever we want.
Sweet potatoes, amazing Thanksgiving dish. You want to candy them, brown sugar, marshmallows, pecans. On their own, just like minorly seasoned. Great. Fantastic. All for it. They will be on the plate, every plate I get. The other, I'll say 363 days of the year, if you want to include Christmas dinner, I don't need them with my food. I don't. Sweet potato pie is good. I don't ever eat it outside of Thanksgiving. Sweet potatoes are good. I never eat them outside of Thanksgiving. I do not ever. Can I have a burger and fries? Are sweet potato fries okay? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
No, I
not.
would not
They're
eat,
okay.
yep.
They're not okay. My wife is such a proponent of them. This was a last second hot take, by the way, because I was like, we're talking about sweet potatoes already. Might as well just do this. I saw someone whose second favorite side dish that he can order at restaurants from anything is sweet potato fries.
What's his first? Because I don't like his second. What's his first?
I can't remember what it's called. It's like Mexican street corn on the cob.
Okay.
Colete, I think it's called. I could be way wrong there.
I couldn't tell you.
But second favorite, sweet potato fries.
Stupid.
They are
Garbage.
terrible. You need to like scoop them with a fork usually because how mushy they are.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to dip them in anything. Forget it. And guess what? Healthier. Healthier.
Are they?
They're not. They're not. Sweet potatoes are better for you than potatoes. Absolutely. Sweet potatoes, also cut up, processed, salted, and fried, are not better for you than potatoes. Cut up, salted, processed, fried. They're not. They're not better for you.
Well,
Stop taking the bait, okay? They're not better for you. They taste worse. They release less dopamine in your head because that's what food does. What fast food and garbage food does. And I hit my freaking mic because I'm so mad. You know, I'm just
so angry right now.
I'm just gonna. Before this gets more out of hand, it's time to just wave. Rage and wave, baby. Rage and wave.
Rage and wave, baby. Rage and wave.
Sounds like you agree with me, which I had a feeling was going to happen. You definitely don't strike me as a sweet potato fried person. Give me your thoughts.
Good.
Yeah,
I honestly,
right. What a W to be told. By the way, you don't strike me as a sweet potato fried person.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Thank you. Laying there in bed, like stressing over bills, and work for the rest of the week. Like
standing like Josh Allen.
I'm not a sweet potato fry guy. Oh my god. I heard what you said. That
I was like, you didn't process what I said.
Yeah, all I heard was Josh Allen. I was like, he just
Josh Allen on the Madden screen. They replaced him, by the way, if you didn't see. Twice now.
I did not see because I would not launch that game.
That's true. You won't.
My brother literally yesterday, we're playing Fortnite together. At the very end, we get off. We're getting ready to get off. I said, you want to play this again? What do you want to do? So you want to play some Rocket League? He said, play me one-on-one in Madden. Which you know how...
He just needed a softball? He just needed a quick little 70-0 win?
You know how bad I am at Madden. You know how good he is at Madden. I said, no. I said, no part of that's fun.
How would you have fun getting 70-0?
It's honestly not fun for me. If I try, if me and you one-on-one in Rocket League right now, it wouldn't be fun for either one of us. It just wouldn't.
Me and you? No. You would probably beat me 12-0.
Me and him either. So like he said let's one-on-one in Rocket League and then we'll one-on-one on Madden. I said if that's your offer, I reject because it's not fun. I was like I said imagine me trying one-on-one-ing you in Rocket League. So you're not scoring, but also the game sucks. I said, that's Madden. I'm not doing it. I'm not losing 70-0.
Do you camp in goal?
Come again?
How do you in particular play one-on-ones in Rocket League?
I honestly don't play it that often. I would say
that's fun, dude.
Would definitely adapt to whatever my opponent is doing. If they're very aggressive, then I'll probably wait in goal, wait for them to mess up and go. But I don't play one-on-ones that much.
Now I want to one 1v1 in Rocket League, just see how it goes. I haven't played in like a month. But
we did 1v1, and I only sat in goal. I scored off the rip on him, and then I only sat in goal and like let him score on me, like attempt to score on me, whatever. And he did. He had great moves. Josh, if you're listening, you're a heck of a lot better at Rocket League.
Played a couple times. He's good.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did we get there from
sweet potato fries? Get back to it, Toots.
I don't like sweet potatoes, period. I don't like sweet potatoes.
What?
You said you like sweet potatoes? I will not. 100
Guys,
times
it's been a great episode this week. Headaches and hot takes. That's all the time I've got for you.
Let me say this. I promise you I had a conversation with my wife literally today about this. I said, I feel like I'm almost too comparative. Like I'll say Coke sucks. Coke doesn't suck, but compared to Dr. Pepper, Coke sucks.
I agree that you're too comparative. I agree.
So
polarizing.
When I say that sweet potatoes suck or I don't like them, that's not the case. I will eat sweet potatoes. I would prefer mashed potatoes literally 100 times.
I had both on Thanksgiving.
I can't do that much starch.
They're not even really... Sweet potatoes, it's kind of like calling pineapples apples. It's like, not really. You know what I mean? Apples and pineapples. It's like, well, they're not really apples. They're not like really potatoes. They're just like root vegetables.
Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple.
I hope you know.
Pineapple pen.
I hope you know this is your tick showing. This is
pineapple
your tick.
pen.
We're gonna work through this. We're gonna work through this.
Apple pen.
I cannot. Of our listeners, no one understands this reference hardly.
I promise you, at least 2 people do.
Okay, two people you know personally.
Yes.
Besides that, at least 90% of our listeners don't know what you just referenced.
You don't know PPAP? Pen, pineapple, apple pen?
You don't know P-Pep? No, I don't.
You don't know who freaking Enrique Iglesias is. Of course you
No,
don't know.
I don't actually. No.
Yeah, uncultured
No.
swine.
But I
You
know the
don't
names of
anything.
the default skins of Fortnite. So,
Oh, my God.
you know, stupid stuff. That's a cell phone, bro. That's a cell phone. That's not a.
I
I'm not giving
thought you
myself
just said
props.
cell phone. That's a cell phone.
That's a cell phone.
Where? I would prefer
what's your favorite
regular
letter of the
mashed potatoes.
alphabet? B? Where?
What's that
Where?
from? Well, dude, I'm telling you, we're working on this. Nobody knows what you're talking about. Nobody.
That wasn't a reference to anything. I was just being stupid. Somebody can get that joke.
That's why. It's not funny enough to be known. That's why. Yeah, that's right.
But PPAP is hashtag PPAP.
PPAP. PPAP. Not PPAP.
God. dude, if you're out there listening right now, bless your soul, dude. Like, God bless you. Thank you so much, bro. Because I'm not even following this conversation.
You were so, I don't know what that was. Was that disdain? Was that confused? Was that bewilderment? What was it? God. What was that? What the?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh, brother, sweet potato fries stink.
Heck! It's the title of the episode.
I don't want to mislead
I
you
agree
to think it's not about Thanksgiving dishes, so I totally would title it that, you know?
I know you're being funny, but I'm gonna be real.
Make coffee.
I agree with your hot take.
Thank you.
I don't know how much of a hot take it is. I think it's pretty agreeable.
Gotta be kind of hot, because, I mean, all these modern restaurants all have sweet potato fries.
Well, every restaurant has coleslaw. A lot of it sucks. I don't think a lot of people are getting
it that
coleslaw at
common?
restaurants. For bad coleslaw?
For coleslaw, period. I guess anywhere that's got like a
I
barbecue
think
chicken
coleslaw
or
at
something
restaurants
like
is
that.
every bit as often as sweet potato fries. Yeah,
It probably
I
is.
think
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, okay.
So look, yeah, I don't think it's that hot of a take, which is fine. I think it is a correct take. Do you want to say anything more about that before we transition more into the actual science
No,
or our actual topic? No.
the people
Easy.
understand the message. They either agree or they disagree. If they're smart, they agree. If they disagree, they also smart because they listen to the Headaches and Hot Takes podcast, baby. Let's go. You're still smart.
Yes, sir. So smart.
But, yeah. What do we have in store for the people today, Hern?
Well, as we already talked about, and as the title of this episode reads,
Yeah, well,
we're gonna talk about not just side
anything but
dishes,
the
though.
subject.
I hope so. We're gonna talk about side. This man just about sowed. He just about sowed out of his chair. For anyone listening,
Oh, God.
why do we both rub the eyes? Is that a thing? Where we both rub our eyes when we're laughing? Why do we do that?
I just cover my face.
Why?
I don't know. Because I'm
do we
making
do?
like the most terrible faces ever for you to take little stills of.
Dude, have you seen my thumbnails? I'm still finding one. I promise I'll find one.
You can do it again. You're gonna make that. That's what that right there. That's what that. That was so out of nowhere that I didn't know what I was doing. I asked. I was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
what was I doing?"
You were
Getting
fingering the
milk out of
Milky
the
Ways
bottom
out
of
of
the
the
box.
box.
And you made it look so terrible. It made it the freaking thumbnail, and that's been our best
perfect.
performing video yet. By the way,
Because you did that, and I'm just like watching it.
I'm giving a
That's great.
demo. I'm giving a demo.
Yeah.
Something you're like,
Yeah, I'm like, I was learning. I was like,
yeah.
we're not just talking side dishes, people. We're talking about entrees as well. We're talking
Talking
about
about
Thanksgiving
big boys.
Because by the time you're listening to this, Thanksgiving will have passed. Maybe you're still snacking on some Thanksgiving leftovers. We do.
If you're smart,
days.
that's what I do.
Yeah. You're cooking all that food. Eat it.
Yes.
Um.
Turkey sandwiches
so-
for days.
Hopefully you will have a fresh opinion on this because you've just not had these foods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're doing like a tier list necessarily. We're just going to go through some popular sides here. Buddy, you are so stupid. You didn't send the rest of the list you typed out earlier. He just sent it in, of course.
I did enter. That's what I had to do. You said you're so stupid. I guarantee you heard my key click on the microphone. Just come through. It's right there. Buddy, you're so stupid.
I'm gonna escalate your volume to like 100 decibels right there, and everybody's gonna hear like the. It's gonna be so loud whenever you hit.
I just knocked over stuff on my shelf because I rolled into it.
That's gonna be escalated too. You're just a reckless pile of crap tonight, and I'm gonna escalate your volume.
What's going on? What's happening? What is going on?
We're talking about entrees. We're talking about side dishes. We're talking about stuff for Thanksgiving. And is it good or is it not? How good is it? Pal, pick one.
How
Go.
good is it?
How good is that entree or side dish for Thanksgiving?
Thanks.
Does that what? What just happened?
I was off.
Did you burp again?
Like the whole time.
You were what?
Nothing. Go, dog. Talk about freaking turkey, bro. My God.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
On preface this. We are, like we did for Halloween, are we prefacing
You want
this?
to preface this?
Preface.
You're not prefacing it.
It also says, how do you spell, I'm not going to spell, I'm not going to spell it. How do you pronounce scenario? I always say scenario.
I say scenario.
Of course. Whatever.
Your coffee.
I'm going to preface this with, I'm assuming we're treating this like we did Halloween, where we're saying for Thanksgiving. Because a lot of these things you could have year-round if you technically wanted to.
Just for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Turkey.
Or Christmas. I feel like is a
Dude, I don't want to leave with turkey. I don't want to leave with turkey.
Turkey's kind of a big hitter, and it's a heavy hitter. Let's start with like carrots. You know what I mean? It's kind of irrelevant. We can talk about carrots. You know what I mean?
Carrots, if there's not carrots at my Thanksgiving dinner, you will hear not a word from me. I don't care.
Agreed.
They're
I
a
like the
supporting
carrots.
cast.
But so
Steamed.
every other day of the year, if I'm eating carrots, I generally want them raw, and that's one of my hotter takes that I have for vegetables. I like
dog
raw
and
broccoli,
carrots.
raw celery, snap peas.
Raw
carrots.
broccoli? Are you stupid?
Yeah,
It's cold
it
and
is.
hard.
Every day for lunch at work. Yeah, I pack raw broccoli.
You are that guy in the office.
It's better for you.
Pe-
It's better
people
for
look
you.
at you like you're
It's
that
literally
guy in the
better for
office.
you.
Then just steaming
I eat
it?
by myself in the lobby, so suck it.
Steaming it makes it unhealthy?
You lose some nutrients. I just make it unhealthy. That's you. That's you doing your two extremes. That's you. It goes from healthy to unhealthy. It's just less.
You just
healthy,
said
bro.
it's better
Less
for you.
healthy.
You're the one that said it, as if it's a
I
point.
said it is better for you. You
back
said
to
steaming
back-
it makes it unhealthy.
You
That's not the same thing.
You literally back to back said it's healthier for you. Like back in
is.
your side. Then I was like,
It is
can't be that
healthier.
much healthier. You're like, oh no, it's not.
Not what happened. What are you talking about?
That
That's
is
not what happened.
exactly what just happened.
No.
I said that is disgusting.
Roll it back. You said that's disgusting. I said it's healthier for you. You said steaming it makes it unhealthy. I said no. Raw is just healthier.
Okay.
You dig?
This is a common thing. Like you just said earlier. Are sweet potato fries healthy? No. Are sweet potato fries healthier?
They're less unhealthy.
That also means they're healthier. Those are the same things. Those
I
are
guess.
the same thing. I yes. Okay.
Is
So-
-6 closer to, being positive than -7? Yes. It's not more positive.
But it is. I'm not wrong for
Okay.
saying it.
Okay. I get where you're coming from.
Okay. So
I'm
so
not
when
gonna
I
down
say it
myself.
makes it unhealthy, I didn't mean it makes it bad.
but it is
I
less
meant it
healthy for you. Yes,
lessens
very
the
well.
health value of it.
Yeah. But like if you get a veggie
you-
tray, that's how they you like crudité, stuff like that. Veggie trays are cool.
Sound off, please. If someone else listening to this eats raw, cold broccoli,
You make it sound so unappealing.
it is unappealing. It's raw and cold.
You know what I'd like if I had only one for the rest of my life? This is not how you talk, by the way. I'm just doing this stupid impersonation. Give me a cold sandwich. Nice hydration. Nice, very refreshing on a hot steamy
day?
summer day. Give me a cold ham sandwich with mayonnaise. Lettuce.
What does that do with this? What does that do with this?
Cold broccoli? You prefer cold sandwiches. What's the big deal?
That's not the same. That doesn't matter.
I just think it's interesting that you're like hot sandwiches feel so superior, but like vegetables are stored cold and commonly served cold.
Because they have to be, or they'll go bad. And so does every food. Almost every food is stored cold. That's not a pro for your argument.
They're served cold too, commonly.
No. You go to every
Dude,
restaurant
go to a
ever,
party.
they are hot. They're steamed
How often
broccoli.
are people having broccoli? Most people avoid broccoli. Most people hate broccoli. My wife hates it.
If I go out to a sit-down restaurant and they have broccoli, 9 times out of 10 I'm getting broccoli. Yes.
You get broccoli? Yay!
Yes.
Someone's with me here. I almost
was
go for the broccoli.
But guess what? It's steamed. It's hot.
It is, yeah. But if it's done wrong, like if you give it to me and I have broccoli mush, I'm pissed off. Pissed.
Mush.
Yeah, I went to freaking Cheddar's like 3 days after we talked about it.
And you didn't look at the fish
haven't
tank.
been in 5 years, probably
tank.
won't ever be back. I go 3 days later by an act of God because someone else made plans to get us to Cheddar's. I'm like, this is God is laughing at me right now. I'm like, I'll have the broccoli. You know? The broccoli sounds really good. And I'll have that wrap with no pickles. They give me wrap with pickles, making the whole wrap taste like pickles because that's what pickles do. And my broccoli is mush. I'm having trouble getting it on the fork. Like sweet potato fries.
You and Treads both. Pickles are not that overpowering.
They make whatever they're on taste like it.
Do you not like pickles?
Or
do you just not want... You just don't want pickles on certain things.
I will say that is one thing that I don't like. I've tried multiple times. I tried again like 6 months ago to be like, maybe I can finally add pickles. I just don't like pickles. I just don't like them.
I think you're just hyperactive then because you don't like it. I don't dislike mustard. I don't dislike it. But I think mustard can overpower a burger or whatever it's on so easily. So most times I just don't get mustard.
It can.
I don't think pickles overpower that much.
Some things they do. Like,
what was it you got again? A what?
The buffalo chicken wrap. It's like hand-breaded buffalo chicken tenders on a wrap. Like I think it has cabbage. I think it has ranch and pickles.
I honestly would probably get that without pickles too.
Yeah, I don't want the pickles. Yeah, and sure freaking enough. I mean,
okay.
I remember growing up. Okay, this is a quick little short story before we go even more off the rails. As we do, we should have named ourselves the Off the Rails Podcast.
Let's
swear to
rebrand.
God.
Let's rebrand.
Just rebrand. Who's stopping us?
Who cares?
Rewriting now.
Off the Rails is
Do you remember
taken.
Yeah, definitely taken. Yeah, for sure, right? Headaches and hot takes? That's ours, baby.
It's taken as well.
Yeah. Off the Rails Podcast. Hit us up. We'll trade. We'll trade. If you're listening, we know you are.
Straight up.
Do you remember the Southern style chicken biscuits from McDonald's?
Yes, very good.
So I liked them okay. I used to get them from Hardee's as well. I used to love the chicken biscuits from Hardee's. And one time we go to McDonald's and I'm like, they have a chicken biscuit too, which I for some reason didn't know. I was like really young, right? 4th grade or whatever. I hate pickles at the time. I get it. And I'm like, why does this taste like pickles? And my dad's like, oh, they use a pickle brine. I'm like, why? All I taste is pickles. I had no idea. I had no idea that they're like. But then there's some stuff like Chick-fil-A uses one too, don't they? Doesn't Chick-fil-A do it too?
Yes.
I don't taste that on Chick-fil-A's at all.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because Treads, for years, if he got a Chick-fil-A sandwich and they put pickles on it, when he asked for the pickles, he would not eat the sandwich. Or he would, but very begrudgingly. I'm like, dude, it's literally basted with pickles.
Well, I don't taste the pickles on the chicken at Chick-fil-A, but some chickens I do. I hated it when I was in college at the student center. I'd go to Chick-fil-A. I'd be like, hey, can I get 2 spices? You go up. It's like a grab-and-go type deal. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm sure whenever you had a Mountain Layer, it was the same thing.
Hey, that's
I'm like, can I get 2 spices? What?
You do that. Not the Mountain Layer?
I've been there before.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm like, can I get 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, no pickles? They're like, yeah. They grab 2 spices off the thing, take the bun off, take the pickles off, and hand them to me. Gee, thanks! God, I guess I'm too freaking stupid to do that myself, you morons. And it was consistent, like, all year long. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Because I think most people would be like, okay.
I ate it anyways. I did eat it anyways. And it's still Chick-fil-A, and it's still fine. But it soaks in the bun, and it leaves that spot on the chicken. I'm pissed.
Oh, my God. I almost... Have you not done this before? Like my wife, she gets burgers with the meat, cheese, and she puts ketchup on it.
I did that from McDonald's. Crappy burgers here. It's not the bigger burgers.
Sonic specifically one time, I ordered her a plain burger that came with everything. I didn't check it at the window like I should have. Which is, you have to do that. You have to do.
They're never right.
Apparently, it's impossible to get a fast food order right.
Dude.
I arrived back at the house with the burger. She doesn't know that I have it yet. Like, she hasn't seen it yet. Full. I wiped everything off, gave it to her. She never knew. I
I
almost
guarantee you could not do
you.
that to me. No
You
shot.
just said you can't taste it at Chick-fil-A. You just said
I would love we could test when we end up meeting up. We'll do our Whataburger, In-N-Out, whatever. First of all, I think whenever I try In-N-Out, I'm gonna suck it up and do onions and I think mustard on whatever I get. Even
like
though I
onions?
hate both. I don't
What?
enjoy onions. I don't enjoy onions.
Sincerely, I would put onions as like my. I could eat a raw onion right now. I
Oh,
love
that's
onions.
disgusting. Raw
Call
onions
me
are
the
what I
Grinch,
don't like.
baby.
I love raw broccoli. I hate raw onions. I can do them cooked. And like in things. Obviously, onions make things taste good.
Okay. Yeah.
But like if I've got a
We talked-
pasta sauce and I go on a freaking onion, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
yuck.
Right.
So, and that's probably the
talked
main
about-
thing I hate onions.
We have talked about one of our like 8 things.
I'm not even done either.
I know.
Where was I? When we end up meeting up, first of all, I'm going to do animal style at In-N-Out whenever we end up meeting up and doing that. One of these days. Could be 6 months from now. Could be 6 years from now. I'll probably do the animal style, which I think has onions on it. But that's the way everybody likes it, so I want to try it. Mm-hmm. I would love for you to be like, let's just like take a night. We'll go get burgers from somewhere. We'll just plan. We're going to eat fast food burgers for dinner. We'll get like 4 burgers. 3 the way I want it, and 1 your way. Everything. Wipe it off. Whatever. I promise you. It's going to be, you blindfold me. Obvious which one like had the stuff on it. Now, does that matter because I'm expecting it maybe?
Yeah.
I promise you can never give me a burger that had onions, pickles, and mustard on it, and I would not know.
Onions
There's
don't
no
do anything. Onions don't soak in.
But like McDonald's burgers is the one we're going back to, in my opinion here. Like they're in the cheese, so you can't get the onions off the burger.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you just
Yeah,
asked
no,
me to do
onions
something
you
that
can
I
take
can't
off and be fine. That's usually what I would do if I don't want the onions on something. I just take them off.
do. Okay.
Pickles, buns can taste like it. Mustard, I mean, it's going to mix with the ketchup. You have to take the ketchup off to get the mustard off. See what I'm saying? I'm an intellectual, sir.
I couldn't imagine.
Don't act like you don't know. So, carrots. Thanksgiving dinner. Take them or leave them.
I don't care. I don't care if they're there.
I don't. They need to be cooked perfectly, and the odds of them being cooked perfectly are very slim. My mom did really good carrots growing up, I will say. Massive props to my mother. She did a great job with the carrots and sweet
Shout out
potatoes.
Mrs. Chaperian. Oh,
Because
Mrs.
that's next
Chaperian.
up on the list.
Okay.
But
Wait,
I'm good without
what's
the
next on the
carrots.
list? What's next on the list?
Sweet taters.
Sweet taters. I already gave my opinion. I would rather have mashed.
But like in a vacuum, what do you think about sweet potatoes?
They're okay. I think it's very easy, like you just said. I think it's very easy for them to taste really weird.
I think it's easier for mashed potatoes to taste better than sweet potatoes. Because like if you have
Maybe.
like not enough butter, it's gonna be like this is some raw potato. But then if it's like too much
Raw
butter, too
and
much
cold.
cream, it's
That's
like
the way I
ugh.
like it. That's the way I like my broccoli. I'm gonna dip my raw cold broccoli into my sweet
Ranch?
potato.
Into ranch dressing, like people do. Like they sell millions of dollars worth of fruit and veggie trays every year, anticipating you doing. What are we doing here?
So, do you think you're in the majority that you like cold raw broccoli?
Probably not, because broccoli is an unpopular vegetable.
Of broccoli enjoyers, do you think
Of
more
broccoli
because-
enjoyers, when you say liking cold broccoli, are you saying like preferring it? I'm definitely in the
Like you
minority
did.
of preferring it.
Okay.
Definitely in the minority of preferring it, but I do
all
prefer
I need
my
to hear.
broccoli cold. And if
all I
it's
need to
steamed, I want it to still be crunchy, like crisp.
Okay. I don't want it to fall apart in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't want mush. I don't want broccoli mush. Mashed potatoes, for sure. Mashed broccoli, nah.
Sweet potatoes, I can take it or leave it. Again, I don't. If it's there, cool. I
man.
promise you, with all these other sides there, I'm probably not gonna. I might try it, but I'm not gonna be like sweet potatoes.
I need sweet potatoes on the plate. It's a must. And I prefer them to have some brown sugar. I prefer them with some nuts, like pecans. I don't think there's a way to do sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving that's bad. I've never had sweet potatoes that have me be like, these are missing something. I've never had that. And I can say that I have had almost every other dish on this list feel that way before. And so sweet potatoes, I'm talking like, if we're ranking these, which we're not, might be like the third most important thing on here to me. To be honest with you.
Okay. Man. Okay. I'm looking at the list. I disagree with that for sure. That's a.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
We'll
next?
revisit that statement. We will
For sure.
revisit that at the end.
It's either third or fourth. I'm struggling with what's third.
Next is, what if I were to tell you, ho, 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 Green Giant? What are you thinking of?
Green beans.
Good job.
Or Brussels sprouts.
No, nobody's thinking of Brussels sprouts. Everybody's thinking of green beans.
I like Brussels sprouts. I don't like green beans. Spoiler alert.
Really? You don't like green beans?
So we've managed to talk about, I think the 4 foods on the planet that I pretty actively dislike tonight, somehow.
Apparently.
Green beans is one of them. My mom says I've disliked them since I was a baby. I didn't like the green bean baby food. I tried them again recently, too. I went through, a renaissance that I plan on recapping at the end of this year. Because this year in particular, I've had and tried and learned to like a lot of foods that I never even tried before or that I thought I hated. Turns out I like them, a lot of them. I cannot stand green beans. I hate green beans. And so my mom says I've hated them since I was a baby. I still despise them. They are so bad that if there was green beans on the plate and the freaking ignorant juice got on other stuff, it's over. I'm not touching any of that. Nope.
That it does. I like green beans on Thanksgiving specifically because, again, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Green beans
Gotta be bottom
low.
of this list, right?
Yeah, it's pretty low. No, yeah, towards the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, we're not ranking them. We're just talking. But, green bean casserole. We're going to talk about multiple forms of some of these things. Like sweet potatoes have multiple forms. Didn't even talk about sweet potato pie, by the way. And I don't need it if I've got pumpkin pie. I'd rather have the savory sweet potatoes. Or I guess they're sweet, but with my savory food. Green bean casserole is very popular where we're from. Have you had it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So I think it's like green beans. I think it's cream of mushroom soup, and it's like the French's crispy onions on top. Baked. So my wife and our best friend just loves it. So.
There you have it. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Green beans are terrible.
Not agree, but sure. Coming up next, cornbread. I love a good cornbread.
A good cornbread.
Right. That's what I just said. You can get the flavor.
Who put you on the planet?
That was a good recreation of that face. That was really good. Were you shooting for that?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Pretty good.
Thanks, pal.
Solid 8 out of 10.
But wait, 8.
Yeah. Cornbread. You get a good cornbread. It's really good. I'm not gonna seek out necessarily cornbread at Thanksgiving, but if it's there, I'll definitely get some. Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever had cornbread on Thanksgiving. You mentioned it, and I put it on the list because I know people do it. I've never even had it offered at Thanksgiving, and I've had probably 6 or 7 people's Thanksgiving dinners at this point, like families at this point, going between like in-laws and then the main parents and my grandparents everywhere. Right. Probably 6 or 7. Right. Don't think I've ever seen cornbread.
There you go.
So now, important question: yay or nay to corn kernels in the cornbread?
I'd probably rather not.
I was gonna say one way or the other. You have to pick.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I agree. It's better without it. So
yeah,
there's like a nice little grittiness to good cornbread too.
Right.
It's like gritty. It's like that's good. I don't know. Yeah, I love me some cornbread, especially with pinto beans, baby. Beans. What the?
You got the beans.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Next up on the list, we've got macaroni and cheese. I'll let you lead with this one.
Love mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese year round. I don't care what day it is.
If we're talking about it on Thanksgiving, it has to be baked, right? We're talking like good mac and cheese, right? We're not talking like Kraft mac and cheese out of the box, right?
It can be whatever you want. First
off, have you ever had just straight box stovetop mac and cheese on Thanksgiving?
I've had several different types of mac and cheese. I've had we call it like homemade, which is like we'll get like elbows, a little pasta. We'll cook the elbows and we'll dump a bunch of cheese in it. It is that's by far the best way. That's what I would prefer. Sincerely.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I love mac and cheese every day of the year. I would say mac and cheese is probably my favorite side item every day of the year.
It's up there, dude. It's really, really hard to turn down. And there's some people that are like, I don't know. I let you lead on that because I myself have never once had macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving, to my knowledge. But here's the interesting part. I'm never doing the hosting of Thanksgiving because I'm still young. Right. We will have macaroni and cheese. good baked
When you has
macaroni and cheese when it's our turn. And I guess
Right.
people are like, oh, if you could bring it, it's not that kind of deal. We're not like bringing a dish to Thanksgiving.
Right.
So I don't know.
Right.
I think my whiteness is showing here. Unfortunately, my whiteness is showing. And I've never had macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving. And so I think it would be great. I think it goes great with everything else that I like to have on my plate. But never had it on Thanksgiving. So I imagine it's great. I don't know.
You've had to have had this next item. You've had to.
Yeah, it's like 90% of what I used to eat as a kid.
Sweet, savory, hot, steaming, buttery rolls, baby. Oh. If rolls are done right, they could be my favorite side item.
I agree. I've been having the same rolls for like Thanksgiving and Christmas since I was
Sister
a kid.
Schubert?
What?
Sister Schubert?
I don't know what those are. What are those?
Sister Schubert rolls.
Don't know.
It's like you can get the dough to where like you do the baking, but you can also get them
That's what we do.
frozen.
It's called Rhodes, RHODES. They're in an orange bag. They are just yeast rolls. You know those?
Yes,
Those
we
are
used
the
to make
ones my
pepperoni
mom
rolls
always
with
did
this.
growing up. They're amazing.
We make pepperoni rolls with that dough.
Yes. It's great with it, isn't it?
It's so good.
So they actually, a few years ago, came back with microwavable versions of those that are like already, I guess, done. I think they're just microwavable, or maybe you just throw them straight in the oven.
Warm them up.
I can't recall.
Do something. Right.
But they're like a lot quicker than letting them rise and then baking and stuff, and they taste just as good. Taste the same. They're amazing. Rhodes dinner rolls, baby.
Shout out
They're
rolls.
amazing.
From
Shout out
Rhodes.
to all the rolls.
I love dogs. Like 2 months ago, I tried to home make. I googled a copycat Texas Roadhouse rolls recipe, and I got. I promise I'm putting the little clip of that song right there when you're doing it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Along dance.
I love dogs.
It's not what it says. You know it's not what it says at this point. But you choose to be wrong, baby. Just like 90% of America every day when they get out of bed.
I did a copycat Texas Roadhouse rolls recipe, and I didn't use the right amount of yeast because it didn't rise quite enough, I don't think. But they were still very good.
Okay,
My first time was like, it's not that hard either. Honestly, you could
Never been
make
to
some
Texas
rolls at home.
Roadhouse. Gotta go.
What?
I've never even had those amazing rolls that everybody talks about. I gotta try them.
Don't-
I've smelled
don't-
them before. Like you can smell them outside the restaurant. I'm like, oh, I can smell those rolls.
What
have to try
restaurant comes to mind? Then if I say, man, a good restaurant roll, what restaurant do you has really good rolls?
This is gonna be probably gross to 90% of you, if you've even had them. Ryan's, you remember Ryan's?
Dude, my
Those
wife
rolls used to be so
is the
good.
biggest Ryan's fan on
It's not
earth.
good. It's not.
She says
good.
that
Ryan's
she
is
says
not
that
good.
Ryan's had lemonade that was like certain restaurants like have really good fountain drinks.
That's facts.
I give you that.
McDonald's
She
has
says
an exclusive
Ryan's
deal with Coke to make
Sprite,
those better.
right.
If you didn't know.
Right. Apparently Ryan's had the best lemonade on the planet. I don't know.
I mean, my older brother was obsessed with Ryan's too, so that's why we've been a lot. So
Golden Corral has great rolls.
I
if
don't
you've been to
like the
Golden
food at
Corral
Golden Corral as much as I liked it at Ryan's, which is probably one of my hottest takes of the century.
That's pretty hot. Have you tried Golden Corral's rolls?
There weren't enough to be memorable. Maybe I have. If I
What?
went and there were rolls, I got rolls.
I
So,
don't like Golden Corral. I actively
That's
don't
my
like
thing.
Golden Corral.
I won't go back.
But the wife loves it, so like we'll go, whenever. And I sincerely am fine. I'm fine with going because of the rolls. The rolls.
Quality
are
of the
so
food
good.
is such garbo, dude.
It's not. I think the more I go, the more I'm like, maybe this isn't so bad. Honestly, my biggest gripe with it is I understand it's a buffet and it's unlimited. I promise you, I'm not eating $30 worth of food. Whatever.
Is it
it
that much
costs
a
me at the
person?
door. If you go like for dinner on like a weekend, especially, oh, holy crap, it's pretty expensive. Because like you go for like the lunch special on like
I want
Monday,
the
it's like
prime
$14.
rib. It's like undercooked garbage meat that's been sitting there for an hour. No, thank you.
I think we're a little hard on it. The more I go, the more I like it. I'm not saying I like it. I'm saying the more I go, the more I like it. But the rolls are really good. Logan's has great rolls.
Ooh, I could see that. Okay, I only went a couple times to Logan's, but I liked Logan's.
What are
growing
you
up.
doing? Where do you go out to eat? In our hometown, name me your three favorite places to go out to eat in our hometown.
To sit down and eat?
Sure.
Chili's?
No rolls.
No rolls, yeah.
Great chips
Cheddar's?
and salsa.
They gave us
Croissants.
croissants.
They give you croissants. Pretty good.
That's probably the list right there.
Dude,
I prefer
Logan's
fast food to
just-
sitting down. It's one of my hotter takes as an adult. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. I don't enjoy going to sit-down restaurants as much. If I'm going to pay for food, I want, like, garbage. I can't help it. I'm wired that way.
Well, what I said with Olive Garden. I mean, when you go out to eat,
China One
period,
buffet.
it's cheaper.
That's my other favorite sit-down place.
China One, my brother is clapping right now. He
God,
loves
it's
China One.
amazing. My wife and I talk, like, once a month.
Wait. Where's China One?
Sophia.
Yes, down by Leicester. Mm-hmm. Dude, yes. Okay, I get all the Chinese restaurants mixed up. That is the best Chinese restaurant ever, for sure.
That I've ever had still to this day.
For some reason, at first, I don't know why, my brain thought you said Maryland. You ever go to Maryland Express?
One of the worst Chinese places.
Okay, my brother loved that place, and we were like, Josh, that's not good. Like, it's not.
I think they got
like,
shut down. I think they got shut down. Might be wrong. China One buffet in Sophia, West Virginia.
I cannot believe you don't like Logan's. You don't. Well, not
I
necessarily you don't like it.
went.
It's just you've never been. Yeah, that's insane to me.
We didn't go out all that much as a family to sit down places that were going to be $70, $80. It was almost never. A couple times a year.
Logan's rolls great. Texas Roadhouse rolls fantastic. The rolls I'm sure are fine in Beckley. We've gone to the one in Beckley a couple times. Texas Roadhouse is notorious for like only certain locations are good. It's really weird. Yeah, the one in Beckley is not that good for some reason. But the one in there was one in Morgantown, loved it. There's one literally last night. I drove 25 minutes to go pick up Texas Roadhouse because that's the closest one. But we love it so much that I will drive that far to go pick it up.
They popped up in my life after I was no longer eating meat, so I've not had them. I've not had it yet.
That's fair.
So I got to college and wasn't eating meat, and they put one in Beckley, wasn't eating meat, and so I'm like, I've never been to a Texas Roadhouse. Never been.
If you have the time, I would try the one in Beckley still.
I tried to suggest going to Texas Roadhouse when we ended up going to Cheddar's and got shut down. And I got to go to Cheddar's.
A terrible trade. Terrible.
And what was the one thing we said about Cheddar's, by the way? What was the one thing?
I said look at the fish tank and you didn't do it. So I don't know.
No, I forgot about the fish tank. Sorry. Yeah. The one thing we said was consistent with Cheddar's. You're going to be there forever. Mm-hmm. It was an hour and a half before every single person had their food. Not joking. It was insane. Yep. I got a buffalo chicken wrap. Mine was the last thing delivered to all of us.
I fully believe it.
Unreal. Anyways.
Have you some rolls? Rolls are good.
Rolls are probably the second most important thing on here to me.
Yep. Cranberry sauce?
Amazing if done right. One of my hotter takes is that I want it straight out of a can. Go buy canned, like Ocean Spray cranberry sauce. That's what you want. That's the goods.
I don't dislike it, but again, and I know it's such a staple of Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
But I would rather have so much more of this other stuff on here. So
I understand that.
Your stomach's only so big, and if I'm saying, man, mashed potatoes are better than cranberry sauce, I'm going for the mashed potatoes.
How much are you eating? If we're talking like regular sized plates, I do about 2 full plates at Thanksgiving. What are you doing typically?
Probably. It depends on what all desserts are available / how much
I don't save room for dessert almost ever.
If I know
very
there's
bad
some
about
good
that.
pie or there's some good whatever that I want, I will have like a plate and a half or whatever. But again, with time, if I know I'm going to be at this family member's house all day, I will cram myself full, and then because I know in 4 hours I'll still be there. And I can
then you get dessert. That's the way to do it, bro. That's the hacks right there. That's the pro strats. Eat conked out because of how much you ate with the Snooze Fest Lions game that's on. Not true this year. I mean, I think
this year.
Are they playing the Bears still?
I imagine. I don't know.
I feel like they usually play the Bears.
Wait, they just played the Bears.
Oh, yeah. They did just play the Bears again. So, no, they're not playing the Bears. They've played twice now, haven't they? Surely. Who are they playing on Thanksgiving this year? It's 3 days from now that we're talking about this, and I don't even know who they play. Someone random, right? It's Cowboys, Commanders.
It's the Packers.
Oh, it is Lions, Packers. That's going to be a snooze fest. Lions are going to crush them. So, it's not a snooze fest for the normal reason. I'm a sicko. I usually prefer watching the Lions game over the Cowboys game. But it's usually more boring. Objectively more boring. So you conk out while that's on.
The Lions game's going to be less boring this year because the Cowboys are playing the Commanders.
Cowboys are going to crush the Commanders.
Right. I think the Cowboys are more likely to crush the Commanders than the Lions are to crush the Packers. I think the Lions will be more...
That's probably more fair. I mean, the Cowboys' offense is insane right now.
Yeah.
Thank God I picked up CeeDee Lamb in fantasy, bro, this year. Drafted a Cowboy for the first time ever, and he's been like fantasy receiver number 2 or 3 in the league. It's been a great pickup.
Indeed.
It's cranberry sauce. That's not like a nice reminder of what the heck were we talking about before we got off track. I love it. I need some sort of cranberry dish, but they're so easy to mess up if you're making them from scratch. My grandmother used to make what she called cranberry salad. It was
salad.
Real. Yummy,
Yummy, yummy.
I love how those aren't the words, and I picked up on what you were doing.
It's the tune. Don't pat yourself
it's
that much.
It's the tune.
It's the tune. Yeah, okay.
Well, 2 words, and I immediately was like, oh, I know what he's doing.
And I can
Suck
do
it, Hern!
anything. Car mechanic. You know that's the tune. Yummy, yummy. You know. Everyone knows.
You and that mechanic.
I know a guy.
Cranberries are hard to do right. Oh. They're hard to do right. So just buy the can.
Canned cranberry sauce, I'll have to try. Maybe I definitely don't think I've tried cranberry sauce right out of the can. I have to try that. But long story short, I know it's controversial for Thanksgiving, but I just rather have this other stuff.
I don't think it's controversial. I think being adamant about cranberries for Thanksgiving is the controversial part.
Yeah.
Much less controversial is the fact that you've got to have this next item, and it needs to be good. It can be messed up. It can. Gotta have good stuffing.
Stuffing is so important. Stuffing, maybe a lot of people don't eat stuffing year round. I love stuffing.
Never have it.
You never have it. I
like other than Thanksgiving. No.
How often do I want to say? It's like maybe once every 3 months. No, it's probably once every 3 months. I'm like, let's have stuffing for dinner. And I do get like my wife looks at me like, you want stuffing? Like it is a weird side to have other than Thanksgiving. But I think it's so good. It's so good. It's too good of a side to not only have it on Thanksgiving.
I hear you there. I mean, the stuffing companies want you to buy it. They're making it.
Of course.
But can we just talk for a brief moment about the fact that we don't use stuffing properly at all? Why is it called stuffing, Hern?
I don't know. It's supposed to go in the turkey,
meant to be what you stuff a turkey with.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. You just have it. You just put it in a little baking sheet or baking pan and you bake it.
I'd rather have it that way anyway.
Yeah, no one stuffs turkeys with stuffing. It's called stuffing because you're supposed to stuff turkeys with it. We don't do that. No one does that. So
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit us up at headacheспot on x.com if you're a lame-o and you call it x.com. If you've ever seen in person a stuffed turkey with stuffed with stuffing, that is. I'm curious if anybody has.
Yeah, it's a good point. I like it though.
But it's very necessary, very important to the Thanksgiving plate. If the stuffing is bad, there's going to be an element of something that I'm feeling like something is missing. So, gotta do it right, people.
You got to. That's how it
Speaking
goes.
of which,
It's so stupid.
what do you gotta do right? What do you gotta do right next?
Mashed potatoes. Dude.
So important, dude.
First off, do you like chunks of potato to be in your mashed potatoes?
Not on Thanksgiving.
I don't like it ever.
Maybe on a random Sunday where I'm having like baked chicken and asparagus, like fancy hand mashed potatoes. By the way, God bless my wife. That woman will hand mash mashed potatoes, won't be a chunk in sight. They will be the smoothest potatoes. And they'll be hand mashed. She's like, my grandmother taught me. I'm like, your grandmother's a saint. Like you would not know these were hand mashed.
Those are always some of the best recipes when grandma teaches you.
Because they had no choice but to know how to cook back then.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So first off, I don't want chunks. But dude, mashed potato. Oh my gosh. Mashed potatoes are so good. They're so
amazing.
Good. Mashed potatoes are one of the few foods, just foods in general, that I can take a bite, and if it's done right, I will like. You are like transported for like having said like, man, it's just so good.
You ascend for a minute.
Yes, so dude, mashed potatoes are so
interesting.
High.
Little prick here. We used to do. I believe it was a family dish. I believe it came from my father's side, but my mother learned to make it and made it when she took over Thanksgiving. Mashed potato pie. And it was not bad at all. And in retrospect, I really, really kind of miss it. I haven't had it in years.
I definitely never heard of that, but
it's like a breadcrumb base. It's not like a pie crust with like thick, like cut through the crust and scoop. It's like Italian breadcrumbs, I believe. A layer of potatoes, a layer of cheese, more potatoes, more breadcrumbs on top. Mashed potato pie. And it's soft. Like, you don't have to, like, cut and eat it like a pie. It's like you just scoop with a spoon. Really, really good, I will say. And that's what I regularly had growing up.
Okay. I would try it. I definitely never heard of it, but I would try it.
Don't blame me a bit. But
Here
I
comes...
don't have it anymore as an adult, and I'm still fine without it because the mashed potatoes are just so good, dude.
If you want perhaps the hottest take of all these foods right here, buddy, I got it for you right here.
What you got?
For the main entree for Thanksgiving, I probably 9 times out of 10 would rather have ham than turkey.
That's asinine, buddy.
Dude,
okay.
Turkey?
You want to know my hot take on this? Before you even get started, I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm going to interrupt you right there.
We'll do it live. I'll run to myself and I'll do it live.
I'm going to do it live.
I will tell you right now. Between the day of Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, growing up, there would be years where I would have turkey in some form or fashion for no less than 15 of those days. Like, we're talking like freezing leftovers because I enjoyed eating it so much, and they'd go bad by the time I could get to them. I love turkey. I swear on all that is good. The people who are like, I could do without the turkey at Thanksgiving. I just don't think it's that necessary. You're having bad turkey, and you need to come to Jesus about it. I'm talking like come to Jesus meeting. You're having bad turkey. Stop blaming these beautiful birds for the fact that whoever's making them in your family can't cook a turkey. Okay?
I think a well-cooked ham is better than a well-cooked turkey. Dude, you do a well-cooked ham, you get a brown sugar glaze.
It's so different.
You get a brown
Ham
sugar
is
glazed
great.
ham. Oh my god,
They're not talking about the ham in the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown special, bro. That's not Thanksgiving.
I don't care. I understand that the turkey is the face of Thanksgiving.
Yes,
I get that.
It earned it.
Sincerely, okay. So yes, for you eat it for 15 days after. Are you having turkey ever before Thanksgiving? Ever?
The short answer to that would be no. The longer answer would be when I was a vegetarian, there was this vegetarian turkey. And, hey, I'm back. I eat meat now. So I'm not trying to brainwash you. There was a vegetarian turkey, made out of soy, obviously, that tasted like turkey that my wife and I would do a couple times a year. So, yes, I was having it some. But who wants to buy a whole freaking turkey? No one.
Right. And maybe you don't have a whole ham or whatever that often either.
It's more available.
Even it's more available, but even if you're just doing like lunch, like deli meat sandwiches, I think it's more likely you're having a ham sandwich than a turkey sandwich.
Ooh,
maybe.
As an adult?
I do both. I do both.
As an adult, I don't know. I feel like I do probably see people going for the turkey more often. I do.
Maybe.
I just think ham isn't as good with other stuff. Like you can do like clubs sandwiches and stuff with like turkey bacon, all that stuff, right? That's chicken, lettuce, and bacon. That's what club stands for. So it wouldn't be turkey. But there are turkey clubs. Turkey clubs exist.
I never knew that. I never knew that club stand for chicken, lettuce, bacon.
Chicken, lettuce, under bacon. Yeah. Isn't that dumb? Yeah. I think some like rich white person came up with it.
That's why I did the pinky, of course.
Oh, did you? There you
go.
Turkey deli sandwiches are better, dude. They are. Sorry.
I just think you're not having turkey ever before Thanksgiving. There's a reason for that. There's a reason you're not.
Most people aren't having stuffing or cranberry sauce either.
Okay, but we're not talking about this. We're talking about the main contender.
Okay.
You're not having turkey
it for something that the other things do too.
What?
You're discrediting turkey by saying no one has it unless it's Thanksgiving.
I wasn't crazy about cranberry sauce. I said that. I said I'll eat it, but I'm not. Okay.
And you're a sicko who has stuffing in the middle of March, so.
Stuffing's good. Stuffing is good.
I could see that going well.
So I'm not crazy.
I'm not the one hating. You're the one hating on turkey. So
I'm not hating on turkey. I'm just saying ham's better.
Not on Thanksgiving. It's definitely not. Sorry.
If we're at Thanksgiving dinner and there's turkey here and there's ham here, I'm getting both.
Are you
I will get both.
Hold on. Are you straight up passing on turkey? Are you having both?
That's what I'm saying. If there's turkey here and there's ham here, I'm probably getting 20% turkey and probably 80% ham. I would try the turkey. It's hard to mess up a ham. Most of them come freaking pre-cooked if you
That's
get it that way.
your problem. It takes no skill or patience or aptitude to properly cook a Thanksgiving or Christmas ham. To properly do the turkey, you gotta get good, kid, a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put the effort in.
I see these photos on Twitter every year. You'll see them. They'll pop up. Y'all, this is what they're trying to feed us for the turkey this year, and it's terrible. It looks like you could kill a man if you shot it out of a cannon. Like, I'm like, dude, that looks like the wheels to Fred Flintstone's car more than it looks like a Thanksgiving centerpiece.
Oh my gosh.
The turkeys are being cooked badly. It's time we are going to start a dialogue. Have you seen that picture?
Yes.
We are going to start a dialogue.
So because turkeys are admittedly harder to cook, that carries weight for them?
I believe that you are having bad turkeys to think that Thanksgiving turkey is better than Thanksgiving. Sorry, to think that Thanksgiving ham is better than Thanksgiving turkey, you're probably not having great turkey.
Maybe I am. Maybe if I sat down and had a great turkey beside a great ham, maybe my opinion would change. But you're admitting that it's hard, much harder to get a Thanksgiving turkey right than a Thanksgiving ham.
I'm not a chef either. From what I hear and from what I'm seeing, it's harder.
Okay. So that's only a con against the turkey. That's only a con for it.
How?
Because
how?
You are.
I'd rather have a hamburger than a well-cooked steak, because a well-cooked steak is harder to do. That's what you're sounding like right now.
No, you are admitting
it is harder to cook a turkey than a ham.
How many different Thanksgiving dinners have you said you had? 7? Are all 7 perfectly cooked turkeys? How many of them are bad turkeys?
I've had good turkey at almost all of them, I'll say. Almost all of them. I've only ever had... I can only think of like one time in my entire life I was like, man, this turkey sucks. This is not right. And so I can't complain.
I think... I know it's a hot take for me to say I would prefer ham.
It's pretty hot, buddy.
100% know it is. But that is me.
On Thanksgiving,
we are doing Thanksgiving. We have to do Thanksgiving on Wednesday.
It's called Turkey Day.
It's called Groundhog Day. I don't care what it's called.
Okay, we're not eating groundhogs on Groundhog Day. That's not the same thing.
I don't care.
You don't see me serving up freaking Punxsutawney Phil every February, do you?
We're doing Thanksgiving on Wednesday this year because the wife has to work on Thursday. Yeah. We're making a ham.
Haters, bro.
I'm not hating. I just like ham better. That's why I'm going to cook what I want to eat. That makes me a hater.
Yes.
You're stupid. You're cooking.
You don't like what I like.
You should have
4. You suck.
If you don't have raw broccoli at your Thanksgiving dinner, you're a hater.
God, I need to buy some raw broccoli. I'm going to my hometown tomorrow night. We're filming early this week as a result.
So sorry for you.
I need to. True words never been spoken. I have a good time in my hometown. These days because I just like sit in the house and don't ever leave. And then we go home and it's in the sheets and tutors and it's great. I'm gonna buy some broccoli and just set a bowl of it out at Thanksgiving. Just see if anybody notices.
Nobody will.
Just so I can take a picture. Be like, told you, bro. If we serve him cold broccoli, what the?
See if anybody else likes it. Maybe you're not as alone as I think you are. But I promise you are that guy in the office. There's the guy who brings tuna in every week and it stinks up the whole office fridge because he's got tuna. Whatever.
My broccoli is not anybody else's problem, dude. Give me a break.
Oh my God. If anybody else has noticed or knows that you eat raw, cold broccoli, they went and told someone else. Did you see what he's eating?
No one knows because I eat by myself in the lobby of my giant building. So, there you go.
Hi, Hern and Chaperian here. Please enjoy the next few minutes of me absolutely baiting Chaperian into eventually doxing himself. Or what would be doxing himself to all the listeners. To help keep his confidentiality, we've edited out some key details that he voluntarily chose to give out, but we had to include it because it's so great. Please enjoy. There you go. Oh, I ate in my giant building.
That's not.
Wouldn't expect you to understand how
that
massive
was a
my office building
and you
is.
somehow turned it into me tooting my own horn.
It was
floors down and purposefully find the most isolated table I can so that no one will talk to me. Please,
I know,
God, don't talk
my
to me.
building's so big, it's got floors. It's just so massive. I don't expect you to comprehend how big my office building is. It's ginormous.
For what it's worth. If you want to
You're piling on.
You're making me!
No, I'm not. I'm not making you do anything. You're doing it. I'm just making fun
All
of you.
I did was say
it wasn't what you
because
said.
I work on a whole floor of people, of like 80 people, I like to eat by myself. That's all I was saying. So I go down to the lobby and I eat by myself. That's all I was saying at first. And you turned that into,
no,
I don't eat with the poor people. I go down and
I
eat
eat
with the
huge
spoon
building
all over while Jeeve serves me my
Chaperian
crudité.
here. I don't work at no startup company. I work baby, and I go down to the office.
That's the guy
I go
that
down
works
to
for the
the
biggest
lobby
producer
to
of
have
cars
my
in the whole
raw
freaking
broccoli.
world, dude.
Because I
Suck
eat
my
raw
balls.
broccoli for lunch.
Suck my balls, Hern. Okay. I mean that in your words, sincerely. Suck it, Hern.
My brain's just fried trying to comprehend how big your office building is.
I'm fried comprehend. I went 20 minutes over. Like, we could probably go a little shorter this week.
I don't think
There's
my
not a
brain
lot to
just,
cut either.
My brain just can't comprehend that big of a building.
Oh, come on, dude.
I just.
You act like I'm like, I work in the Empire State Building. It came up.
You said you work in the.
I do. How are you possibly?
I didn't.
What did you say
didn't-
FB for?
In no way did I prompt you to say it's.
You said.
It's probably not top floor, is it? Go ahead and tell us how many floors it is.
No, I'm not. I refuse.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. Don't tell the people on the podcast.
You told people where I work?
I told them the company you work for. If you tell them the company I work for, there's only one place it could be. Don't tell people where I work.
You just did. You're the one that said it's. You did that. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is perfect. I'm so happy this happened.
I did.
Don't tell somebody in the building I worked in. You just did it. Yes. Ooh, it's been 17 episodes coming. Where finally. But let's wrap it up with that part, because I promise I'm gonna leave that part just now in there where you said
Are you
don't do
actually?
it and then you did it.
You're gonna dox me.
You're the one that said I work and told me not to do it. I'm leaving that in there.
Come on, bro.
If anybody knows that you are eating raw broccoli, they have gone and told somebody else. You are that guy in the office.
Dude. Come on.
Well,
It's first of all, there's someone in my building that freaking eats guacamole at 9 a.m. Sometimes. We smelling that. There's someone that heats up their lunch at 10:30 in the morning and it radiates throughout the whole floor. I haven't figured out what they're having yet. It smells like chicken and like broccoli or asparagus. Smells like it. I mean, they have the same thing every day. The fact that I'm eating raw broccoli is comparable to that.
it's weird. I'm not saying it's. We're not talking about the smell. Yeah, the smells of those things are worse, or maybe a little weird, or like whatever. Yeah, it's weird.
Let's wrap with this. You want to know what I brought for lunch today? I had the most boy lunch thing ever. I'm not wrapping it, sorry. I was like, vibing. I'm like, no. I had a black bean and cheese burrito, 3 buffalo chicken tenders, a cup of yogurt, a serving of raspberries, a serving of cold broccoli, a cup of pudding, and because I tried to order pudding to your house, I ordered it to my house first. It was not what it was advertised as. That's a story for another day. Mm-hmm. Was that it? Oh, and a bag of chips.
That's a big lunch.
Huge lunch. I told my wife, I was like, maybe one more chicken tender. And she doubled the size of my lunch. I'm not kidding you. She packs my lunch a lot of the time.
There you go.
I said, maybe one more chicken tender from now on. She doubled the size of my lunch. I was like, all right. I ate it all, so.
There you go. Big grown boy.
That's it for me, yo.
Is that all you got?
Who day?
All right, I'll spare y'all. I'll let you enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. If I told you the story, you'd probably throw up, and you don't want that.
You say that for Christmas dinner.
Yeah. But that's coming, baby. That's coming at you. Peace.
Thanks for listening. Bye, peeps.